Type-R, Type-S, names that give car enthusiasts the warm and fuzzies. And it's perhaps this sporty Integra that best takes you back to the VTEC days of your youth. And now, Acura has revived the Type-S treatment, and it's every bit as much fun as it sounds.
I remember testing Type-S models from the past. CL, TL, and RSX come to mind, not to mention this car's archetype, the Integra Type-R. But for many years in between, Acura mostly downplayed its racier spirit. But that has changed with the reintroduction of Type-S, available on TLX, MDX, ZDX, and perhaps most appropriately, this Integra. A larger, more powerful engine, an active exhaust system, wider NSX-inspired wheels wrapped in Michelin Z-speed rated rubber, specific downforce-inducing aero, a suspension tune for crisper handling and fitted with adaptive dampers for greater dynamics, Brembo binders on the front, more communicative steering, and a power-up Sport Plus drive mode constitute the Type-S upgrades, priced at $20,000 over a garden variety Integra. Skyrocketing from 200 to 320 horsepower in Type-S form, this 2-liter single-scroll turbo also packs a frisky 310 pound-feet of torque, replete with a red valve cover paying homage to the old Type-R. And while the regular Integra is equipped with a CVT, the Type-S is fittingly only available with a 6-speed manual. In Apex Blue Pearl paint, the MSRP here is $53,595. Having already tested the new Honda Civic Type-R, I was anticipating a similar, though more polished experience here, and that has mostly come to fruition, though there is a characteristic of this one that's far more pronounced than in the Civic I drove, and it's called torque steer.
This high-revving, torquey engine is paired beautifully with Honda's highly engaging bread-and-butter short-throw shifter. I mean, this is why we love stick shifts. When they're this good, you just wouldn't want the car any other way. But it's fall around here, and it's chilly, and these high-performance summer-use Michelins don't like that very much, so I'm not experiencing the full allotment of grip that this car provides, which has meant that at times the front end has felt a little jittery, a little disconnected from the driver, if you will, and not always inspiring confidence. But that's not a fault of the car, it's simply a tire temperature issue. And once they do finally warm up, I'm finding that the Integra glides gracefully through these turns with a really nice soundtrack to boot. But man, it does get loud in here. These tires are constantly chattering unless you're driving on a surface that, say, is smooth as a baby's bottom. And it's a very comfortable car, particularly when set to the comfort mode, where the adjustable suspension just takes everything away. And it also makes it a lot of fun when in Sport Plus.
I have felt this limited slip differential working hard this week to find grip, but once it hooks up, this is the kind of car you just crave to drive. And it's a complete package, from the huggy seats, to the tactile feel of the steering wheel, to how quickly yet mechanically the shifter flows through its gears. The Type-S treatment is holistic in its reach. The highly responsive engine, even when deep into its revolutions. The sounds of the wide-open exhaust, the way the body remains composed in the curves, even over less than perfect pavement. This car channels the rambunctiousness and excitement of the original, just elevated to today's standards. It's an easy car to drive every day, with big car spaciousness provided by its hatchback design. Unlike most cars, Sport Mode is the default program here, but toggle down to Comfort and the commute is completely civilized. If you've been in the Civic, this cabin looks very familiar with the diamond patterned vents and simplified controls. Whether it's the center console switchgear or the touchscreen with wireless phone projection, the Integra is not a car that'll take any time to learn. Everything is clearly labeled and where you'd expect it to be, which includes heated seats, a 16-speaker ELS surround sound system, a highly configurable digital instrument cluster with flashy animations, a head-up display, and the full allotment of Acura Watch safety features, such as adaptive cruise control, auto high beams, front and rear parking sensors, and collision mitigation. As a weight-saving measure, there is no sunroof option. Speaking of which, this one weighs 3,219 pounds, with 62% of that biased to the front. Though the 5-door body style is inherently favorable to increased cargo spaciousness, the Integra also delivers on rear seat legroom, absolutely adult-friendly overall. Though this space is where Acura decided to pinch some pennies, as it is completely devoid of features. With a rev matching feature for the 6-speed, this 2.0 and its 7,000 RPM redline is of course thirstier, netting 24 mpg on 93 octane. That's 9 mpg less than the most fuel-efficient Integra model. But hey, this one dispenses of 60 miles per hour in the low 5s. So as always, performance comes with a price, and driving range, which is reduced here to under 300 miles. This is the rebirth of a storied nameplate done right, though I can't go all in until I drive it on warmer pavement. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.